Does having a will allow us to avoid the probate process? That's a super good question, and I think I can answer that in less than 4-ish minutes. This is Jason Lindamood with the Lindamood Law Firm, and this is a question that actually comes up more than we would think. The answer is that realistically, we have to go through the probate process most of the time, with the rare exception being if there are absolutely no probatable assets in the estate, or any assets that need to be retitled into a beneficiary's name. What I mean by that, for example, think of things like a house or a bank account or other real estate and things of that nature. So, contrary to what we may think, simply having a will doesn't allow us by itself to avoid probate. Now, let me give you a couple of general policy reasons for that. The court wants us to make sure that all of the legal procedures are complied with and that the terms of the will are followed, as we are seeking to ostensibly retitle the assets and determine how each portion of the estate's going to get to the appropriate beneficiary. So the probate process essentially attaches our case to a judge who's there to make sure that this happens. Now, the good thing is that in the vast majority of cases, the courts aren't there to constantly look over our shoulder the entire time as we move through this probate, because for a couple of reasons, they normally have a pretty big docket and they also have other cases to deal with, as you can imagine. So in most scenarios, we will want that judge there just in case there's any issues that come up as we are paying the debts and dividing the assets of our loved one's estate, especially if we are dealing with multiple heirs under the will, or maybe family members who may not be the most reasonable, and sometimes we have those, right? Or maybe we have a blended family situation where questions come up that may need a judge's ruling on how things are going to be resolved. So that's the short answer for you. Yes, a will needs to go through the probate process in most cases, but at least here in Texas, it's not a tremendously difficult or arduous process, which is a good thing. That's a blessing. That's all I have for you. If you have any will questions or estate planning questions or probate questions, you can go to estateplaninfo.com. That's estateplaninfo.com, where you can schedule a time for you and I to talk. Once again, I'm Jason Lindamood with the Lindamood Law Firm. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.